Jerusalem's Temple Mount has been sealed off from archaeologists for over a century, considered too sacred and too politically volatile to disturb. But the AI just scanned the Temple Mount, and what it found left scientists speechless isn't just a headline. Between 2021 and 2024, for the first time in modern history, technology looked beneath the stones without breaking the surface. What the AI discovered, hidden chambers, sealed artifacts, even ancient scripts, could rewrite everything experts thought they knew about biblical Jerusalem. If the ground itself has guarded its secrets for millennia, how did science finally break through? The answer challenges faith, history, and the limits of human curiosity. For centuries, the Temple Mount has stood at the heart of Jerusalem's old city, revered by Jews, Christians, and Muslims alike. Each tradition claims a profound connection. For Judaism, it is the site of the first and second temples, the most sacred ground in their history. For Islam, it is the noble sanctuary, crowned by the Dome of the Rock and Al-Aqsa Mosque. For Christianity, it lies at the crossroads of ancient prophecy and the final days of Jesus. Yet beneath this shared devotion lies a strict and enduring prohibition. No archaeologist has been allowed to dig, drill, or even probe beneath its stones for over 100 years. The ban is not only a matter of law, but of deep religious conviction, fiercely protected by the Islamic Waqf, with oversight from Jordan and, in complex partnership, the Israeli authorities. Even the earliest European explorers like Charles Warren in the 1860s were forced to halt their tunneling beneath the platform when tensions flared. Since then, every request to excavate has been denied, regardless of intent or technology. The ground remains undisturbed, a silent witness to millennia of faith and conflict. The very idea of disturbing it, of unearthing secrets hidden beneath centuries of prayer, has long been unthinkable. This sacred standstill has frustrated generations of scholars, fueling speculation and legend, but always stopping short of physical discovery. The question that lingered year after year, could the mysteries of the Temple Mount ever be revealed without breaking the ancient covenant of sanctity? In the late 1990s, a cloud of dust rose above the Temple Mount as workers carried out unauthorized renovations. Without archaeological oversight, thousands of truckloads of earth, rich with centuries of history, were hauled away and dumped into the Kidron Valley. For scholars, it was a disaster unfolding in slow motion. Each load carried with it the silent remains of ancient Jerusalem, scattered before anyone could study them. But from this loss, a new kind of rescue began. In 2004, two archaeologists, Gabriel Barkay and Zachi Dvira, refused to let the story end in the debris fields. They launched the Temple Mount Sifting Project, transforming a Jerusalem park into an open-air laboratory. Here, the cast-off earth was sifted by hand, one bucket at a time. The project drew volunteers from every background: students, retirees, tourists, local families, and faith leaders. Among them, a Jewish history student searching for a personal connection, a Palestinian science teacher hoping to bridge communities, and a Greek Orthodox nun drawn by her devotion to the city's sacred past. Together, these volunteers uncovered over 500,000 artifacts, fragments of pottery, coins from distant empires, mosaic tiles, animal bones, and even a rare seal impression bearing an ancient Hebrew name. Each find, no matter how small, became a piece of a puzzle that had seemed lost forever. The Sifting Project's catalog would later provide the foundation for a new era of research, connecting the hands of volunteers to the promise of technology yet to come. Between 2021 and 2024, a new alliance of scientists, engineers, and historians set out to overcome the Temple Mount's greatest barrier, its untouchable ground. Relying on ground-penetrating radar, or GPR, they sent pulses of energy beneath the ancient paving. Each signal mapped the unseen, bouncing back from stone, soil, or hidden voids. But the real breakthrough came with the fusion of these raw echoes and artificial intelligence. The project's lead AI specialist, Dr. Elin Weiss, brought together teams from Jerusalem, Berlin, and Boston. Their task: to teach algorithms to recognize not just shapes, but stories. They trained the AI on a vast archive, Conrad Schick's precise 19th century plans, British Mandate-era surveys, and the Sifting Project's catalog of finds. Every data point became a new lens, allowing the system to compare radar returns with known architectural patterns and artifact locations. Instead of disturbing a single stone, the team watched as digital layers unfolded. The AI flagged anomalies, matched them to historical footprints, and reconstructed outlines of structures long buried. For the first time, scientists could align what they saw underground with the city's oldest maps, revealing a living blueprint beneath the sacred plaza. This non-invasive method, tested on other heritage sites, offered a way forward where diplomacy and faith had always drawn the line. The technology's promise was clear. The secrets of the Temple Mount could be studied, honored, and protected all at once. The first digital models returned a landscape more layered than anyone expected. In the northwest sector, the AI reconstructed the buried footprint of a rectangular building, its orientation and proportions matching those of 4th and 5th century Byzantine churches. The foundations, sealed beneath later paving, suggested a sanctuary lost to time, its walls erased above ground but preserved below in silent outline. Not far away, the radar mapped massive limestone blocks and pillar bases. Their dimensions and the distinctive chisel marks echoed construction methods from the 10th century BCE, the period often linked in tradition to Solomon's first temple. The AI's comparison with ancient architectural plans strengthened the case. These stones belong to a monumental complex, built for durability, hidden for millennia. Running beneath both was a network of carved channels and cisterns. The geometry matched ritual water systems described in ancient texts, with AI dating the stonework to the 8th or 9th century BCE. Channels converged on central basins, suggesting the flow of water once used for purification rites. Each structure, from church to masonry to waterworks, revealed a different chapter in the Mount's history, layers of worship, construction, and renewal. In the lab, the research team watched as the digital reconstructions grew more complex. Some exchanged glances, aware that the data hinted at something deeper, an anomaly the algorithms could not yet explain. The sense of anticipation grew as if the ground itself was preparing to tell a final, extraordinary secret. Beneath the centuries-old paving, the digital scan resolved a space unlike any mapped before. A circular chamber hewn directly into the limestone bedrock. The walls curved in a perfect ring, enclosing a stone basin at the center, its surface worn smooth by ancient hands. Around the basin, scattered in careful order, rested clay oil lamps and fragments of ritual vessels. But it was the inscription carved into the chamber's edge that held the team in silent awe. Ancient Hebrew letters, their lines sharp after nearly 3 millennia, spelled words invoking the Shekinah, the divine presence. For several minutes, no one spoke. The raw simulation flickered on the lab screens, rendering the room with a clarity that felt both intimate and otherworldly. Some researchers wiped away tears, overwhelmed by the sense that, for a brief moment, the boundary between past and present had thinned to nothing. In the weeks that followed, the chamber's secrets moved from the glow of computer screens to the scrutiny of the laboratory. Fragments of clay lamps, still bearing traces of ancient soot, underwent thermoluminescence testing, a method that measures the last time the ceramics were fired. The results placed their origins squarely in the Iron Age too, aligning with the late 8th or early 7th century BCE. Stone samples from the basin matched the mineral signature of quarries used in Jerusalem before the Babylonian conquest, a detail confirmed by petrographic analysis. An epigraphic analyst, brought in to examine the Hebrew inscription, compared its letter forms to known samples from the same period and found striking consistency. Yet even as peer-reviewed journals began to circulate preliminary findings, a handful of scholars urged caution, pointing to questions about the chain of custody and the risk of contamination during digital transfer. For now, the debate remains open, evidence in hand but certainty just out of reach. In 2004, over 500,000 artifacts were recovered from Temple Mount debris, setting the stage for the AI breakthroughs between 2021 and 2024. For the first time, ground-penetrating radar and artificial intelligence mapped sealed structures beneath the mount, confirming evidence of a Byzantine church, Iron Age masonry, and ancient ritual water systems. Scientific analysis dated key finds, like the chamber's lamps and inscription, to the 8th to 7th century BCE, matching historical records and stone sources. Yet direct access to these spaces remains forbidden, and full verification is limited by site restrictions. The precise function of the sealed chamber and its inscription referencing divine presence still invites debate. What is clear, technology revealed a multi-layered past without disturbing one stone. The Temple Mount story, once hidden by tradition and conflict, is now unfolding through collaboration and evidence, reminding us that the search for understanding can unite, even where the ground itself must remain untouched.